What do you want to change in your personal finances? Step 1. Where to start? Write down your biggest money problems. Don't dwell on the feelings or the small details, and try to keep the list short to keep it manageable. You can always come back later and add or adjust things as your finances change. I like to promote a positive attitude towards money, and this step may be challenging to face your worries, but being honest and getting things clear is a great place to start this journey. Step 2, find your numbers. In order to change anything about your personal finances, you need to understand it first. That means writing down everything you have coming in and going out as a minimum. A budget is one of the most powerful tools when it comes to managing your money. I'd recommend making a budget that will allow you to track income as well as categorize your outgoings, allowing you to find trends and your spending habits. Honesty is another important part of this step. There is no point in going through this journey if from the beginning you are going to be hiding things. That stops some expenses like a TV license or celebration costs getting lost in the budget. Step 3, separate the essentials. We all have a different lifestyle that we lead, and I'm not suggesting that you stray from yours. However, knowing the parts of your finances that are not essential can be a powerful tool. So have a list of subscription services such as Prime or Netflix, or that coffee service you signed up to, and how much they cost. You can also look at ways you can get your food shopping down or lower your utility usage with frugal living tips. You can then have this list to know where you could save money if you need to. You can also use this to prioritize your money. If there is something you want to save up for, or maybe a debt you want to pay off, which is more important to you? Something on this list or that money goal? Step 4, a pot of money. There are a couple of ways of looking at this one. Setting up sinking funds as pots of money for known costs. A good example of this would be something like Christmas or another expensive celebration. Instead of trying to find the money at the last moment, you use your budgeting skills to know how much it will cost you. Food, presents, going out, clothes, and anything else, and then you divide that by 12 and put that money aside each month. This growing pot of money will be easier to find in your budget as a small amount each month and will be ready to use when it's needed. An emergency fund is a pot of money that sits there just in case the worst happens. It's not usually assigned to anything specific, but instead gets broken into if, say, your car breaks down and you have an unforeseen expense come up. They can be very useful in keeping your mindset positive and maintaining control over your money. Step 5, money is not taboo. It's often understood that talking about things that are stressing us out is a good way to deal with our problems. It can help get different perspectives and reduce the emotional turmoil we feel. Even though money is something that so many people worry about in their life, it's often considered a taboo subject. I'm here to say that it doesn't have to be. In fact, it shouldn't be. Money is something we all have to deal with, so sharing our experiences, ideas, goals, and anything else is a great thing to do. Step 6. Saving isn't always best. Knowing your minimums and ways to keep the cost down is great. Having a list of ways to save money in your back pocket may even be essential at certain times. But understanding that there is only so far you can go is also important. Could you ever get your costs down to zero? The amount that you can earn has no limits. I know this can sound a little cheesy or like a dream scenario and not realistic, but it is true. I encounter a lot of barriers when it comes to talking about making more money, and society definitely pushes towards cutting back and saving money. But earning more will help out in the same ways without as many limits. There are lots of ways to make a bit of extra money: a pay rise, a promotion, a second or a side job, side hustles, more hours of work, and many others. The important part is opening up to the idea of moving some of your focus from cutting back and saving to making more money. Step number 7, optimize debt payments. Debt is often at the top of the list when it comes to money worries, and having a strategic plan for how to pay off your debts can make a big difference. If you haven't really thought about it and are just throwing bits of money around at your debts, then I suggest making a list of your debts. You want to know the amount owed and the interest on them. 2 popular methods of paying off debts are the debt snowball and debt avalanche. I have a link in the description for a video that goes into the details. Step 8, seek support. Remove the stigma around asking for help if you need it. There are charities and support centres out there you can talk to if you are in debt. I will leave a link to these in the description. You can also look into any benefits and support you might receive if you are on a low income. There are even grants out there for all sorts of things. You can get a payout if you have to wear a uniform to work to support the cost of washing them, for example. Step 9. Motivation. I've referenced a few times how our emotions have an impact on our finances. So doing what we can to promote positive feelings is a great tool. If you are paying off debts, then keeping a record of how things are going and seeing your debts going down can really help motivate you. I've often seen it actually makes people push harder and pay them off even faster. Or keeping a track of your side hustles and seeing your pot of additional income grow. Or maybe seeing a pot of money for a big goal, getting closer to the target. Whatever you can do to see your progress can really help keep you on track. And finally, step 10, celebrate success. Linking this to step 9, celebrating your success. Don't go against all your great progress with unnecessary spending, but also don't just brush it under the carpet. If you pay off a big debt or make your first £1,000 in a side hustle, celebrate it, talk about it, let people know. It'll help you want to push to your next money goal. If you want some ideas for side hustles to increase your income, then check out this video. Did anything in the list resonate with you? Then let me know in the comments. A big thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.